Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rachak Dash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, much love and respect to you. I came out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Now, this video is going to be dealing with the atrocities of Christopher Columbus. Now, this was an article that we read at camp, the week before. The Spirit got on me to read some of that. And it just shows you, man, why Esau has to be paid back, all right? It shows you, because sometimes we get into this mode where we're prophesying, but we're kind of like we don't remember how deep the wickedness of these Edomites are, man. It's deep, man. And you gotta laugh from being enraged, man, because, man, when we were reading that on the street and this one Edomite heifer came up, and you know what I want to say, word starts with B and ends with itch, all right? When Edomite heifer came up, saying, I'm a Christian. And then she's like, I want to listen. So she was listening. And then when we started to read the atrocities, she started to walk up the street. I'm like, where are you going? She's like, I don't want to hear that. I mean, you shouldn't say that. Shouldn't say what? I'm reading the atrocities. She's like, oh, well, bro, we'll tell her the true story from the beginning. So then I started to get mad, because you know what she means by that. She means that the true account is that the Gadites were the aggressors. When history tells us a totally different thing. History, that's not true, okay? The truth is that when they came over here, the Gadites attempted to help their ass, all right? And they rewarded them with death. They rewarded them with murder. They rewarded them with rape and forcing them to do sodomite acts, and killing babies and pregnant women. This is what Esau did. Same thing he did to Judah, all right, and the rest of the tribes. And really, it wasn't Gad, actually. I believe it was Ephraim. Okay, he landed in Hispaniola, right? So it was actually Ephraim that he did that to, which are the so-called Puerto Ricans today, all right, the Taino Indians, all right. But we're gonna read some of these acts that this devil did. We're going to start with, this is one. It says, Columbus ignored the king and queen's order that he abstain from doing the inhabitants any injury. For example, he created in 1495 the tribute system, requiring every person over 14 to provide him with a hawk's bell of gold every 3 months. Those who complied were given a token to wear around their neck. Those who didn't comply, as Columbus' son Fernando reported, were punished by having their hands cut off and left to bleed to death. All right, so this is the type of cruel stuff he was doing. About 10,000 in Haiti and the Dominican Republic were victimized. Many of the indigenous people were, while alive, roasted on spits, slender pointed rods. Okay, roasted on spits is like how you see rotisserie chicken, man. That's how they were doing our people, But then Jake wants them to be in the kingdom side by side, holding hands in our kingdom. And burned at the stake, and the invaders hacked the children into pieces. This is the loving, caring Edomite. This is who they promote. They have a holiday for every single year, showing you that this man is the devil, man. Only the devil would celebrate an individual like that. He was a sadistic person, man. He was even doing that type of stuff to his own Spanish people. All right? to the people he came with, man. There was cruel punishments for them if they steal. He would dismember them and all that. Yo, this man was just a sadistic individual. This is Ezekiel 35:5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. And this is what we're reading about. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sit thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So these blood is going to pursue you Edomites, and there's not gonna be any remedy for that pain that you're gonna feel, man. Thus will I make Mount Seir, the Edomites that we're reading about. Christopher Columbus was an Edomite. Most desolate, and cut off from it that passeth out, and him that returneth. And you can't compare what these devils did to any other. No nation is as sadistic as the Edomites. Okay? There's no nation on earth that's as sadistic as Esau, Edom. This is Numbers 35:33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So this land, the land of America, the land of Canada, the land of anywhere you devils really have land at, you stole it by blood and unrighteous decrees, and these lands are cursed. Okay? Especially the land of America, because that's Babylon the Great. So that's written about to be destroyed. Okay? But all the lands that you Edomites dwell in that's not Mount Seir is cursed. Okay? Why? Because there's blood all over that land. Like Australia, that's cursed. You know, because you've shed innocent blood there. You know? So ultimately, you Edomites are going to pay. There's not gonna be no ifs, ands, and buts about that, man. Let me get Revelations 13 and verse 9. We can't forget about Esau. Now I want to bring these things out, these atrocities out more in the camp, because there's Esau is too comfortable. All right, he's too comfortable. You know, we got to start bringing out these accounts, because they get squirmish when you read this, man. That's why she started to run up the street. You know, she was convicted. This is Revelations 13 and 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So the saints are patiently waiting for this judgment. Who are the saints? The Israelites. Let's continue. It says, and there's another account when he chopped off their hands, he would have them wear it around their neck as a necklace. So these devils are sadistic, man. It says, those who didn't comply as Columbus, let me jump down. It says, also Columbus men tore the babes from their mother's breast by their feet, and dashed their heads against the rocks. Now, what scripture comes to mind when you hear that? Let me read that again. Also, Columbus men tore the babies from their mother's breast by their feet, and dashed their heads against the rocks. You see? Let's get Psalms. Psalms 137 and verse 7. All right. It says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof, which means to destroy it. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. And we just read about it. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. And don't think for 1 second that it was only Christopher Columbus who did this. No, this was a regular Edomite activity, to dash babies against the stones, man. Leopold was just as sick and sadistic as this devil. All right, and the rest of these Edomites, they're sick. But when they paint it when they tell the story, they don't tell you these things. They take out these particular horrific acts that they've done, and they give you some cleaned up PG Disney World version. All right, which is not the truth. You know, when you look up that picture and you look up Thanksgiving, they're gonna show you the pilgrims eating side by side with the natives. That's called mythology, man. That didn't happen. That's mythology. You see? That never happened. It says they splitted the bodies of the babies together with their mother, man, on their sword, as noted by Spanish historian and Catholic priest Bartolomé de las Casas, who witnessed much of the carnage. Columbus, in order to test the sharpness of their blades, directed his men to cut off the legs of children who ran from them. His crew would pour people full of boiling soap and cause others to be eaten alive by hunting dogs. You see? And if Columbus' brigade ran out of meat for the vicious dogs, Arawak babies were killed for dog food. You see that? You see that? So this you see? So he was doing that for fun. He was killing, slicing up children's legs for fun. This is Revelations 18. In verse 6 it says, matter of fact, I'll start at verse 5. It says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double." You see, so we're going to fill the cup that they've given us, we're going to fill to them double. And we're going to give them even worse than what they gave. You know? I don't care what vocab says. That's righteous. Okay? That devil is a beautiful thing to know that devil is not going to get away with the atrocities that he's committed. It's a beautiful thing. All right, this is Jeremiah 49 and verse 12. It says, "For thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk it. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste." So you Edomites, man, your first of all, your chief cities are going to be a waste. All right, speaking of America and the rest of the countries you own at this present moment, they're going to be brought to waste. And you yourself as a people are going to be brought to waste, and you're going to be a curse. You're going to be a curse upon the earth. You know? And we're going to execute all the power that's going to be divested in us, right? To bring havoc upon you. The scriptures say that we shall meditate terror. What does that mean? You know? Let's get Revelations, the 2nd chapter. Because when we have the power, we're going to do unto you as you did unto us, and worse. So I don't know what vocab's talking about with Joel. The Israelites are not supposed to lord over people. What the hell are you talking about, man? Let's read this. This is Revelations 2 and 25. It says, "But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron." This is the elect. Okay, the elect, the one who keeps the works of the Lord unto the end. All right, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. So we're going to break them to shivers, man, with the rod of iron. So what are you talking about, man? What's vocab's going on about? You guys have to get judged, man. You can't do all this evil and not expect to get judged. You know? It says, let me skip down. It speaks about, in other words, this part is speaking about how he took some Caribbean girls and males as slaves, and he was raping them, and he was raping the males too. All right, they tell you that he was do what they could do what they want with them, but they didn't speak about how the fact they were raping men too, because that's what Esau's into. All right, they did the same thing to Judah, or the kingdom of Judah, when he brought us over as slaves. He was raping men and women and children. And this is the point I want to get here. It says it included adult rape and so I don't want to say that word. Adult are and children are, as Columbus himself wrote in 1500. And it's a big effing hypocrisy, because you devils actually have pedophilia. That's what I'll call pedophilia on your damn on YouTube, man. When you type in a dot, it all type of freakism pops up, man. You Edomites did that, and it's still there. So you're gonna tell me I can't say a word? Man, as Columbus himself wrote in 1500, girls from 9 to 10 are in demand. In one day, De la Casas saw a Columbus soldier dismember, behead, or rape, or use the word again, my goodness, 3,000 natives. As a result, De la Casas wrote, "My eyes have seen the acts so foreign to human nature that now I tremble as I write." So, hey, man, listen, man. Columbus' evil was so efficient that when he arrived in Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and the other Caribbean islands in 1493, there were 8 million Taínos. That number within a mere 3 years, 8 million now, was reduced to just 3 million. So he did, without major artillery like they have today, he took down about 5 million. He killed 5 million people in a matter of 3 years, or more, because there are still babies being born. So man, he killed almost 10 million people in the matter of 3 years. So this man, the blood on Esau's hands is unprecedented. By the time he left in 1504, only about 100,000 remained. Man. Man, listen, man. I mean, we don't even need to read anymore. It's just showing you how much of a devil this man was, and how much a devil you Edomites are, because you celebrate this man. You know? You celebrate this man, and then when someone says something about it, you get an attitude. So that's okay, because the scriptures say that we shall meditate terror for a reason. Let's get Isaiah the 14th chapter. This is Isaiah 14, verse 3. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall, let's start at verse 2. It says, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." And that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to take them captives, whose captives we were, starting with these Edomites. And we're going to execute vengeance upon the heathen, as the scriptures say. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Hakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Shalom.